Do you ever feel like you're just drowning in financial advice? Especially, when it comes to planning for retirement.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah,
Investments, taxes, inflation. It's a lot.
it really is. It's enough to make your head spin. But what if I told you there's this one really powerful piece of the puzzle, a foundation, really, that often gets overlooked or just, well, misunderstood?
I think I know where you're going with this.
Today, we're cutting through all that noise with a deep dive into exactly that. Social Security.
Hmm.
And this isn't just the basics. We're talking about unlocking the crucial nuances that can genuinely redefine your financial future.
Yeah,
Our mission here, it's to give you a shortcut, a way to feel truly well-informed, find some surprising facts, and get some actionable insights.
that's right. And our main source for this deep dive is Social Security, your retirement cornerstone. Gives a really clear look at this vital system.
Great source.
So we'll be your guides, pulling out the most impactful bits so you can confidently weave Social Security into your own retirement plan. Forget digging through endless articles. We've done that work for you.
Okay, so where do we even start untangling this thing? Our deep dive material suggests starting right at the core.
The purpose.
Exactly. Understanding its purpose as this huge safety net. It's a federal program, right? Designed to give a guaranteed income for life.
Not just for retirees either. That's key.
Right. Also for disabled individuals and survivors, too. And it's all powered by those FICA taxes we see coming out of our paychecks. Pretty much everyone contributes.
And those contributions earn you eligibility. So for retirement benefits, you generally need about 10 years of work.
Okay, 10 years.
That translates to earning 40 credits. Think of them like little check marks you get each year you work and pay into the system over a certain amount.
Gotcha, 40 credits.
But what's really critical is how they figure out your specific benefit amount. The SSA, the Social Security Administration, they look at your highest 35 years of earnings.
Highest 35.
Yes, and then they calculate something called your average indexed monthly earnings. Now, indexed is important here.
Right. What does that mean exactly?
It essentially means they adjust your past wages for inflation. So your earnings from, say, 20 years ago are valued closer to today's dollars.
Yeah, okay. That makes sense.
Then they apply a progressive formula, which means lower earners actually get a higher percentage of their income replaced.
That's a really important distinction. It's not just if you qualify, but how those work years directly shape your future monthly income.
Exactly.
So the end result of all that math is your primary insurance amount, or PIA.
Your PIA.
And that's the benefit you'd get if you claim right at your full retirement age. But here's maybe the first big surprise from our sources.
Go on.
Social Security usually replaces only about 40% of an average worker's pre-retirement income. Just 40%.
Yeah, that number often catches people off guard. It really reframes how much personal savings you're going to need.
Absolutely, that 40% figure.
Wow. And it's an average, remember. It can vary.
Yeah.
Higher income folks often see a lower replacement rate because the benefits are capped.
Right.
It really drives home that Social Security is a crucial pillar. Yeah, but it's very rarely enough for a comfortable retirement all by itself.
So it underscores the absolute need for things like 401ks, IRAs, your own savings.
Definitely. They're essential supplements.
That 40% really does highlight why personal savings are so vital. Okay, stepping back a bit, you mentioned the PIA is tied to full retirement age.
FRA.
FRA.
Yes.
How does that benchmark work? Why is it so fundamental to, well, everything we're talking about?
FRA, full retirement age, that's kind of the magic number. It's the age you qualify for 100% of the benefit you've earned based on your record.
Okay.
For anyone born in 1960 or later, your FRA is 67. Simple as that.
67, got it.
If you were born a bit earlier, it slides a bit between 60s and 67, like a 66 and 4 months if you were born in 1956, for example. Knowing your specific FRA is just critical because it's the baseline, the reference point for any adjustments if you claim earlier or later.
Right. It's the starting line for figuring out your actual payment.
Precisely.
Which brings us neatly to what's often the biggest decision retirees face. When should you actually start taking the benefits?
A claiming conundrum.
Exactly. Our sources really dig into this because that timing decision, it dramatically impacts your monthly payment for the rest of your life.
Oh, profoundly.
Yeah.
It's not a small tweak. It can be a huge difference.
And it's a permanent choice too, right?
Yes, permanent consequences. You've got flexibility to start as early as 62, or you can wait, deferring all the way up to age 70.
But that choice comes with a direct trade-off in your monthly check.
A very direct trade-off.
Okay, let's break that down. What about claiming early? before your FRA.
Okay, so if you claim before your full retirement age, your monthly benefit is permanently reduced.
Permanently. That's the key word.
Absolutely. And the reduction isn't trivial. Let's say your FRA is 67. If you claim at the earliest possible age, 62.
That's 5 years early.
Right. You're looking at roughly a 30% permanent reduction in your monthly benefit compared to waiting until 67.
30%. So using that $1,000 a month example from our source, if that's your FRA benefit.
Claiming at 62 would cut that down to about $700 a month, every month, for life.
Wow. Okay. That's significant. The SSA has like precise formulas for this month by month.
Oh yeah, it's calculated down to fractions of a percent per month early. But the big takeaway for you, the listener, is just the sheer size of that potential permanent cut.
Definitely. Now, even with that reduction, sometimes claiming early makes sense for people, right?
For sure. There are valid reasons, maybe immediate income needs, job loss or unexpected expenses,
Yeah.
or perhaps health concerns that suggest a shorter life expectancy.
Right, where maximizing total lifetime payout might mean starting sooner.
Exactly. But then there's the other side of the coin, delaying beyond your FRA.
And this is where it gets interesting in the other direction.
Very interesting. Delaying gives you delayed retirement credits. These are really valuable.
Okay, tell me about those.
For anyone born 1943 or later, your benefit increases by a guaranteed 8% for each year you delay claiming past your full retirement age.
A guaranteed 8% per year.
8% per year. It's a robust increase, and this continues right up until age 70.
So 70 is the max age to delay for benefit increases.
Correct. The credits stop accumulating at 70, so there's no financial advantage in waiting past that age to start benefits. Age 70 is the point of maximum benefit.
Okay, let's put numbers on that too. If my FRA is 67 and I wait until 70, that's 3 extra years.
Right. 3 years times 8% per year. You'd get roughly a 24% larger benefit than you would have at 67.
24% more, so that $1,000 FRA benefit becomes
It's about $1,240 a month instead of $700 if you claimed at 62. Big difference.
huge difference. And even just delaying 1 year, say to 68.
Even 1 year helps. That would get you about 108% of your FRA benefit, so maybe $1,080 in our example.
An 8% annual increase, guaranteed by the government and adjusted for inflation later, that sounds almost too good to be true in today's market.
It really does. It's often framed as an inflation-adjusted 8% annual return. Where else can you find that kind of guaranteed growth with such low risk?
Good point. So delaying is often really advantageous if you think you'll live a long time, right? Into your 80s or beyond.
Generally, yes, because those higher monthly payments eventually add up to more total money received over a longer lifespan. The break-even point is usually somewhere in the late 70s or early 80s.
Okay, so now the million-dollar question, based on our deep dive. When should you, our listener, actually claim?
Yeah, that's the core of it.
Given all these trade-offs, how do you even start to make that call?
Well, the first thing to understand, and maybe the most important, is that there's no single right answer, no universal solution.
It's personal.
Extremely personal. It really depends on your individual situation, your finances, your health, your expected longevity, whether you plan to keep working, what other assets you have.
Okay, that makes sense. But maybe a general rule of thumb.
Sure. If you can afford to wait, meaning you don't need the income immediately and you're in reasonably good health, delaying often makes sense.
Because it boosts that guaranteed income for life.
Exactly. It acts like longevity insurance, protection against outliving your savings. That higher monthly check provides a solid floor.
Longevity insurance. I like that framing. But if someone needs the money sooner or just prefers to have it earlier?
Then claiming early might be the right choice for them. It's about balancing needs and preferences.
Okay, a quick practical point here from the source material. What if you claim early but keep working?
Ah, the earnings test. Good point. If you claim benefits before your full retirement age and you're still working and earning above certain limits,
Your benefits can be reduced?
temporarily, yes. Some benefits might be withheld, but here's the good news. That money isn't lost forever.
Oh.
No. Once you reach your FRA, Social Security recalculates your benefit amount, giving you credit for those months where benefits were withheld. So your future monthly payment will be adjusted upwards slightly.
Okay, that's reassuring. It's not a permanent penalty, just a temporary withholding that gets factored back in later.
Correct. And another piece of good news for everyone, regardless of when you claim.
COLAs.
Exactly. Cost of living adjustments. Social Security benefits generally get an annual TCOA tied to inflation. This helps your benefit maintain its purchasing power over time as costs rise.
That's a huge feature, especially over a potentially long retirement.
Absolutely critical.
Okay, let's broaden the picture a bit. Social Security isn't just about individual workers, is it?
Not at all. It provides really crucial protections for families, too. Spousal and survivor benefits are a major part of the system.
Right. Let's talk about spousal benefits first.
Okay, so if you have a spouse who has a lower earnings record than you, they might be eligible to receive a benefit based on your work record.
How much can they get?
They can potentially receive up to 50% of your full retirement age benefit amount,
Mm.
but only if that 50% is higher than the benefit they'd get based on their own work history.
Ah, so they get the higher of the two options.
Precisely. And they can claim this spousal benefit as early as age 62, though just like regular benefits, it would be reduced if claimed before their FRA.
Okay. So imagine Sarah, whose husband earns significantly more. She might get more by taking half of his FRA benefit than by taking her own.
That's a common scenario, yes. And then there are survivor benefits.
Also incredibly important.
Definitely. If one spouse passes away, the surviving spouse is generally eligible to receive the higher of either their own benefit or the deceased spouse's benefit.
So they step into the larger benefit amount.
This essentially, yes. These spousal and survivor rules mean Social Security kind of acts like a joint and survivor pension for married couples.
Which makes planning as a couple really strategic, doesn't it?
Hugely strategic. Often the best advice is for the higher earner in the couple to delay claiming their own benefit for as long as possible, ideally to age 70.
Why is that the strategy?
Because doing so maximizes not only their own retirement benefit, but crucially, it maximizes the potential survivor benefit for the remaining spouse if the higher earner dies first.
Ah, I see. It locks in a higher potential income for the surviving partner.
Exactly. It provides a much larger guaranteed income base for that surviving spouse, which offers significant peace of mind.
That's a really powerful aspect for couples, extending that longevity insurance idea to both partners.
Mm-hmm.
Now, as you're thinking about these potential benefit amounts, we need to talk taxes. This often surprises people in retirement.
The tax torpedo, some call it.
Right. A chunk of your Social Security might actually be subject to federal income tax. It's not always tax-free.
Correct. It depends on your combined income.
Combined income. What goes into that?
It's calculated as your adjusted gross income, plus any non-taxable interest, PLUS, 1/2 of your Social Security benefits for the year.
Okay, so half your Social Security plus most other income sources.
Right. And if that combined income figure goes over certain thresholds,
Then taxes kick in.
yes. For married couples filing jointly, if your combined income is between $32,000 and $44,000, up to 50% of your Social Security benefits could be taxable.
And above $44,000.
Through above $44,000 for joint filers. Up to 85% of your benefits could be subject to federal income tax. The thresholds are lower for single filers, $25,000 and $34,000.
Okay, now this needs a really important clarification because that 85% taxable sounds scary.
Very important clarification, yes.
It does not mean you pay an 85% tax rate on your benefits, right?
Absolutely not. It means that up to 85% of your Social Security benefit amount is added to your taxable income for the year.
And then that income is taxed at your regular marginal tax rate.
Exactly. So, for example, a couple with, say, $50,000 in other retirement income might find that 85% of their Social Security dollars get added to that $50K on their tax return, and then they calculate the tax owed based on the total.
Got it. That makes a big difference in understanding. Is there a way to manage this?
Well, one tax-savvy tip from our source is that having tax-free income sources in retirement can help. Things like withdrawals from Roth accounts or health savings accounts used for medical expenses.
Well, those don't count towards the combined income calculation.
Generally, Roth withdrawals don't. HSAs used for qualified medical expenses don't. So that can potentially keep your combined income lower, meaning less of your Social Security is taxed.
Smart planning. And hey, there's always a silver lining, isn't there?
There is. No matter your income, at least 15% of your Social Security benefit is always federally tax-free.
Good to know. Minimum 15% tax-free.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so zooming out again, all this detail, it really underlines Social Security's role as a foundational piece, doesn't it?
Absolutely. It's that steady, guaranteed, government-backed inflation-adjusted income stream. That's unique.
But we do have to touch on the funding concerns we hear about. The source mentions this too.
Yeah, you can't ignore it. The current projections, based on the trustees' reports, suggest that around 2035 or so, the program's trust funds might be depleted.
And if nothing changes before then?
If no reforms are made, the system would likely only be able to pay out about 80% of the scheduled benefits from ongoing tax revenue.
80%. That sounds concerning for listeners planning decades ahead.
It does. It's a statistic that gets a lot of attention.
But what's the expert perspective on this? Should people assume they'll only get 80% or even nothing?
No. That's generally not the consensus view among experts who study the program.
Okay.
Most believe Social Security will continue. It's incredibly popular and deeply embedded. Congress has many ways to shore up the finances.
Like what?
Minor tweaks to the retirement age, adjustments to the benefit formula, potentially changing how benefits or earnings are taxed. There are lots of levers they can pull, and they've done it before.
So the bottom line is, don't panic and assume it won't be there for you.
Exactly. Ignoring Social Security in your retirement planning based on these projections would likely be a mistake.
Yeah.
It's a durable, fundamental part of the system. It might look slightly different, but it's expected to endure.
Okay, that's a more balanced perspective. So for you, the listener, how do you pull all this together? What are the actionable steps?
It boils down to a few key things.
Lay them out for us.
First, get your personalized estimate. Go to the official Social Security website, SEAs.gov, create an account, and look at your statement. See what your projected benefits are at different claiming ages.
Okay, SSA.gov. Get your numbers. Step 1.
Step 2, decide on your claiming strategy. Think hard about all those factors we discussed, your health, finances, life expectancy, marital status.
Right, the personal calculation.
And step 3, once you have a realistic idea of your Social Security income, figure out how much more income you'll need from your own savings, your 401k, IRA, other investments, to fund the retirement lifestyle you want.
So Social Security is the base, then you figure out how much extra you need to provide yourself.
Precisely.
Now, for our younger listeners, maybe in their 20s or 30s, the rules could change more significantly for them, right?
It's possible, yes.
Yeah.
Things like FRA could be adjusted further out. But the fundamental structure, paying in while working, getting benefits later, that basic framework has been remarkably stable for decades. It's likely to remain recognizable.
And this really brings us full circle, doesn't it? Back to that core message from the SSA itself.
What's that?
That Social Security is not meant to be your only income in retirement. You will likely need other savings, investments, or retirement accounts to live comfortably.
Exactly. It reinforces why all those other retirement savings tools we talk about, 401ks, IRAs, maybe even HSAs used strategically, are just so critical. They fill the gap.
Okay, so let's quickly recap our deep dive today. Social Security. It's a vital, guaranteed income cornerstone for retirement.
Absolutely. Pillar 1.
We saw how the age you claim has this huge, permanent impact on your monthly payment.
Massive impact. Claiming age is key.
And the program offers really important protections for spouses and survivors.
Crucial family benefits.
Plus, the reality check that, yes, a portion of your benefits might be taxed.
Need to plan for that.
It's a powerful tool, no doubt, but just one part of your bigger personal financial picture.
Well said. And that maybe leads to a final thought for you, the listener, to sort of chew on.
Okay, leave us with something provocative.
Beyond just the dollars and cents, think about Social Security's really unique value proposition. It's government-backed. It's inflation-adjusted. It's essentially a low-risk annuity.
A kind of longevity insurance, as we said.
Exactly. The kind that can protect both you and potentially your spouse for as long as you live. Very few other financial products can replicate that specific combination of guarantees.
So what's the takeaway from that?
Ask yourself, what does that inherent steady security actually mean for your peace of mind, especially in a world that often feels financially volatile?
Interesting question.
Recognizing that unique feature, that bedrock security, how might that change the way you think about and structure your entire retirement portfolio? Maybe it frees up other assets to be invested differently, perhaps for more growth?
Food for thought indeed. How recognizing its unique safety net value changes everything else.
It might. So we definitely encourage you, go explore your own personal statement on SA.gov. See that foundation for yourself.